Hello my stitches, I'm Dimple Anand and welcome you back on Stitching Mall. So in my earlier video we had seen how to cut a baby frock. So I just give you a recap of the earlier video. So we carry on with the stitching part today. So in our quick thing we just see that the measurements we had taken for this frock is for a tiny baby for like about 0 to 6 months old. So we folded the fabric, we marked the shoulder, neck width, neck length and bodice length and armhole, front and back armhole, that is a small yoke, and we cut it, and then we cut the skirt, we cut the belt, we cut the biased strips to finish the front and back armhole and neck. And we had also cut shoulder buttonholes. So this is all that we had done, and in today's video we'd be stitching all these parts together to make this frock complete. You can anytime go back to the earlier video of cutting this baby frock and you can make even a gown, even your size of a yoke gown or a frock with a yoke, but you need to just change the formulas a little bit so that you can ask me in the comment section, and if you didn't subscribe yet you can subscribe so you could catch up with the latest designs and updates. One more thing I'd like to clear, that if you want to add sleeves to this dress you can do that, but you need to make, first thing you need to make a front or back placket so that the baby could wear the dress easily. Secondly, you need to stitch the shoulders together and then you can add a sleeve. This is a very basic, simple yet a beautiful tiny little frock with a yoke design, but you can add some frills, laces, decorative flowers, or you can add Peter Pan collar also. I have shown that Peter Pan collar design in one of my earlier videos that you can check, and you can make the changes accordingly and use that in this frock. I hope you have cut all the pieces of this frock till now. The yoke, skirt, belt, shoulder buttonholes and your bias binding strips to finish the neck and armhole. And now what is remaining is stitching part. So in this video I'll show you how to stitch this tiny little beautiful yoke frock, and that also I'll show you step by step in easy way. Today we'll make a gathered skirt. Stitch sides, fold bottom of the skirt, stitch shoulder buttonhole, join bias strip to make a long strip, and then finish neckline and armhole, and then our beautiful frock is ready. Use same color or contrast color thread to stitch this fabric. To make the gathers, we mark front and back part of our skirt separate, and then leaving about 1/4 of an inch from top. You don't have to stitch on the armhole side, that tiny curvy side on the corner. We have to stitch from the corner, this side. So we'll leave about 3-inch thread to be pulled later and make a wide long stitch away from the edges. After finishing the stitch, we hold the corners of this thread and only one thread. There would be 2 threads, one top and one bottom, but hold only one thread and pull this thread so that these gathers are formed. So we'll make the gathers in such a way so that they are equal to the chest line. Wrong sides of both the pieces would be out, the bodice and the skirt. Wrong sides would be out, and put one notch on the other and pin from the middle. It would be in such a way so that half the gathers would be on the right side of the bodice and the other half would be on the left side. So they'd be equally distributed on the bodies, and then we'll make a normal stitch. Set your stitch width and make a regular stitch. This skirt must fit on the bodies. So you have to adjust the gathers in such a way that both the parts are equal and they fit each other nicely. For a neat and tidy finishing, we put this joint down and make a stitch on the edge of this bodice. So our pressure foot would be on the middle of this joint. Our joint would be down, and with the other back part also we'll make gathers in the back skirt. We'll pull to make the gathers nice and even. Join this back part with the gathers the same way. You can put the pin, a regular simple long stitch, and it's the same process for front, and repeat the same with the back. Mark 3 or 4 inches down from armhole for belt on both sides of the skirt. So one on left side and one on right side of the skirt. Mark for the belt. This belt would be sandwiched between both of the parts. So first of all we stitch this belt. So we'll start from this side. The open side is that salvage. So we stitch 3 sides of this belt. One side would be open so that this belt could be turned. If you want this belt to be a little bit slanting, then you can mark 2 or 3 inches on the length side, and from here you can make it a little curvy or slanting, or you can give the shape. And you can use a stick, pen, pencil, anything, any stick. You take it, you pull this from the corner and pull it inside out, so your beautiful side of this belt would be out, and you take the edges out. So we repeat the same process with this belt also. Now we have 2 pieces of this belt, and we'll put this open part of this belt on the mark that we had made, and we'll pin it. So either you can just sandwich it between both the parts and pin it, or you just put it here so that it doesn't move while we stitch. Now we'll stitch sides of this frock. Keeping belt inside, stitch from the other side also. It is the same process. You pin, and either from the top or from the bottom you make a long straight stitch on the other side. We had made notches on the bottom, so we'll fold from those notches and make a round stitch on the bottom. If you want, you can use laces or some decorative embroidered things on the bottom. We'll stitch shoulder buttonhole now, so we fold it and keep it on the shoulder. I'm keeping it on the front bodice, but if you want, you can keep it on the back bodice as well. So stitch one, and the same thing repeat with the other one, and after stitching both the buttonhole, we'll make a top stitch for a nice finishing. If there is any extra fabric, cut that off. We need to join these strips in this slanting way, keeping one piece on another, and make a stitch away from the edge. So this way we'll join our small strips into a big one, because we need to stitch and finish all around the armhole and all around the neckline. So we need a long strip for that. So I showed you. See, this is nice way how it looks in the front side, and we make a long strip and keep one corner of this strip, the wrong side of this strip, out, and it is placed on wrong side of the frock. So I kept about 1/4 of an inch up, or you can keep it half inch up. The extra fabric we can cut later. Pulling this strip a little bit slightly because of the curve of the armhole, we stitch all around, and we join it all around our armhole. When we reach at the end, we'll again leave half inch and cut it, and then we'll fold it. We'll make a double fold and stitch over it. And this way we'll finish one side of the armhole, our neck, and other armhole. It's the same way. I'm making it a detailed video because while I was learning, it was very difficult for me to use a bias strip on the armhole and finish the edges. So if any of you find it difficult to do it, it will be really very bad, and that's why I'm making it a long video, so that you can, if you miss any point, you can catch up with that. So all around our armhole, it is a very nice way to finish the neck and armholes, because it gives you a ready-made look, and that also in no time. So we have done this one side. See, this extra fabric up 2 inch, here we'll put a button, and similarly the other way also, other side, we'll place this strip, stitch all around it and fold it, and it will be all ready. And this is the final step of making this frock. If any of you find any difficulty in any of the projects that I have shared with you, then you can please leave your comments or difficulties on my Facebook page, on Stitching Mall Facebook page, or you can leave here also in under this video in the comment section. So whatever little I know, I can share it with you, and I could share my experiences with you, how you can sort out your difficulties. I'll try my best to share, but still there could be some points where it is still not clear to you. So I can make it simpler and clearer if only you share it with me. See, if you like my videos, I request you to like, comment, and if you are not subscribed, you subscribe. Like, share, comment and keep watching for more. Goodbye.